So it's been about a month since I last uploaded a Warframe video. Most of you who have subscribed are probably frothing from the mouth, like meat to a hungry pack of hyenas. But do not fret, my fellow shrimps, for today I bring you the long-awaited review of my experience on Warframe. I spent 140 hours in Warframe, so you don't have to. The review. So if you haven't noticed yet, I made a series named Starting New Game in Warframe, so you don't have to. And it popped off, literally. Woo! Yeah, baby! The basis of the series was for me, the 9-year veteran, to start New Game in Warframe and see how A, it's changed and what's been added or discontinued, B, to understand what new players are facing, and C, how my previous knowledge helped shape this new profile. And of course, to make a fun, light-hearted, but fast-paced series that goes over our adventure. Oh, don't forget, I couldn't buy plat during this run. That was the only rule, and boy, do I regret it. Just kidding. I think my wallet thanks all of you. So let's start with A, B, and C, since they all tie into each other. Warframe has changed in ways that adds a bit more exposition. For one, we actually get an introduction to the world via a small cinematic film. Back when I played, you were thrown in there and you just started killing things. The only thing that was explained was how to move and shoot. Beyond that, I only knew two things. One, Grineer are butt-ass ugly, and two, they make for good killing practice. Beyond that, most things remain the same for the quests at least. One detail I noticed while questing was we actually got good mods right off the bat. You know, like non-damage mods. Seriously, anyone remember that? So Serration, Reach, Pressure Point, Hornet Strike, all the goodies are given to you with some minor questing. So one thing I noted was new players don't have to struggle getting shitty damage mods that cut the effectiveness of it by half. One thing that I took for granted was modding. I know how to mod, or at least mod to get damage, and oh boy, I forgot Warframe sucks at teaching you that. But it's also not fully their fault, as the player to some degree needs to read or do some research. For one, the codex exists. I know, most people ain't trying to read all that. The issue is you should, because it gives a lot of useful information. The bad, who the hell wants to read that, or the wiki for that matter? So this leads us to YouTubers. Our reliable source of info. What the fuck is this? Yeah, most new players get lost during build explanations. Not only that, but some of our favorite YouTubers forget you don't immediately have Prime sure-footed, or 4,000 plat to purchase everything you need. You ass-cunts haven't had to deal with the pain of having 0 plat. And the fact that you haven't started New Game in so long, you probably don't realize just how much things have really changed. Questing changes. So back in my day, it was lawless. I chose node, I kill, I monkey brain. Monkey. Now it seems you have to follow a linear questing path. Now the good part is it's a bit more structured. I enjoyed that you get to experience Cetus, Fortuna, and Deimos pretty fast. As you progress through the quest, you also unlock new quests and cool blueprints that help down the line. What I should have done, which I waited because I didn't want to do it, was do every node before going to a different planet. This would have helped me down the line when you unlock Steel Path. The quests themselves inform us of the world, its characters, and factions. If you do quests and don't know a certain character, the codex is perfect for filling in the blanks. Or just watch a 9-hour history film. Now the bad. Holy crap, if you do nothing but questing to plow through all the planets in order to unlock shit you need, it will take its toll. Seriously, I didn't speedrun the game, but I made it to a Steel Path and beat the missions in less than 150 hours. And well, I burnt out for a bit. For new players who are not masochists, well, this is a big wall that separates the casuals and hardcore players. Or I should say it's a bridge that bridges both paths. Some casually do quests, kill things, and pop relics, but as they get through everything and start getting more into the game, it sucks you in like a black hole. Suddenly, you're farming for 5 hours a day, getting all the resources to craft a new weapon or Warframe. Crafting. We might as well go there. You can wait 3 days, wail, or remind yourself if you don't craft Forma every day, your life's gonna suck. New players don't realize how important some material is compared to the others. And this is not explained. Again, you only figure this out when you watch a video on a weapon or Warframe that needs 20 Forma. Or when you should have gotten free potatoes during Lotus events. Or when you need this for that and that for this, and holy crap, you have an existential crisis. So veterans, don't take it for granted. What I forget was that simple information turns out to be super important for some people and help them get unstuck from whatever hell they were in. Farming. Not much has changed. If you do not like farming, this game may not be for you. Sure, maybe there's some outliers out there who stand in front of their ship and masturbate with their guy girlfriends, but I highly doubt most of you entertain such debauchery. Farming is the essence of the game. which is good and bad. Good because for the most part you have something to do, like farming a weapon, Warframe, materials, or just about anything available in the game. The bad, there's no real end game besides endurance runs. I'm not going to delve too much into it. We used to have raids and, well, although not the greatest, it was cool hanging with 4 more Tenno. Finally, the long and awaited Plat Mastery Rank and Late Game. To reach late game, you must level your Mastery Rank. The way to do this is by leveling Warframes and weapons to 30. Personally, I love doing mass levels on events with affinity boosters. If you don't have the option, well, it's gonna suck for a bit. I mainly leveled as I completed planets and tried doing everything I could for levels. It's annoying, but necessary if you want to experience more. Whilst doing this, Plat is helpful because you can purchase strong frames or weapons. Warframes come first as prime frames can carry you late game without needing a weapon. The cons. Plat's a bitch, with no wallet, but not impossible. In my first few videos, I sold whatever I could for bits and pieces of Plat. I got flack for it. Mastery rank is fast at first, but you run into a wall, and having a dojo by this time with fully finished blueprints helps quite a bit. Leveling will remain slow unless you have some nice juicy 30-day boosters. How you get them is not my problem. I do not fault you for wailing. Reaching late game is a pain. Planets are locked behind missions and clearing junctions. Better mods exist, but usually come via Barokatir. Money is hard to come by until reaching the index. Endo is equally as hard when you don't got mods to convert sculptures or carries for Deimos missions. As you progress each of these, it gets easier, but it takes time, especially if you don't know what to do first. On the topic of Warframes and weapons, you also gotta understand some Warframes actually take quite a bit more than what you might be able to get from the beginning. At the same time, some weapons are honestly locked behind a lot of mastery rank and you won't be able to get them for quite a while. So if this has not scared you off and you want to attempt the game, go for it. Although my series was not an intended guide, it somehow did become one. So use it until you need to Google a specific part you're lost in. So why did I make this series? Well, for one, I have been playing Warframe forever, and well, my brother wanted to play again, so I said sure, why not? The problem was when I play. Meaning hours are dumped into the game with no positives. At this point, I was also uploading my Pokemon series. If I spent countless hours on Warframe, my 100 subscribers would whittle away. So I said, what content can I make on Warframe? Entertaining content about the game, because well, Warframe's boring. Or at least, what I have watched. Truly the only thing I gave 2 turds about was builds and lore videos. There was an open market for my idea and I wanted to capitalize on it. My first video was about me drunkily getting the Exaltra Prime. It did shit, with 40 views. I went to the drafting table and came up with an idea. What if a veteran starts new game with a self-imposed rule? Beat the game with no help, no plat, no clan, and I 100% everything. As you can tell, fuck that. It ended up becoming starting new game on Warframe so you don't have to, with one self-imposed rule, no plat. I wanted to make the series because I wanted to get people to, like me for me, not for the damn game. Because then you become Pupsker and you're kinda screwed. Sorry, Pupsker. But honestly, it is a challenge when you upload one game only. I know a lot of the Warframe community love the videos and they want me to do nothing but Warframe. I'm sorry to say that probably won't be the case. Will I return to the game? Probably at some point. Will I continue to make other videos for other things? Absolutely. Do understand that I love the game. I will never hate it. I will come back to it, even though it hurts me sometimes. But I will not do one thing all the time. And this is speaking from the heart. There is no longer a script here. So in the future, do expect that we are going into different games. One day we'll return to Warframe, and if you're all for it, then stay subscribed. I appreciate your support. Don't forget to join our Discord. We always have great time there. And you might even get to talk to me. I talk to a lot of my fans. I genuinely am in the freaking chat whenever I have time. You can always give recommendations and ideas for games and whatever else that you want to do. So thank you so much, Warframe, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you everyone who subscribed. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully this video does well, because I know it will, because it's Warframe and people really love Warframe content. Seriously guys, thank you for everything. The shrimp is out. What the hell? What you talking about?
You know how we get when we get competitive?
What, try to win?
Absolutely.
Win at all costs. I'll sacrifice my soul.
Motherfucker. Okay.
Damn. No!
That's
Son
what
of
you
a
get.
bitch!
I'm getting teabagged.
He fucking teabagged!
All right. We're tracking after this. Oh, Anna died.
Oh no. No! Robot's teabagging me! You bastard!